Jean-Serge Gagnon. How's it going? I'm going to talk to you about active group users. All right, so you have your list of leads. Basically, you get your list of leads from the extension. So you click on the profile. So say I just go to Claire here. It opens up, and I go to her link. Takes me to the Facebook page, and then I can engage on her posts. So I will go in here and I will say something. I already commented on this, but let's say I will say just like this. I'll say great new profile picture, right? I'm basically engaging on Facebook. And normally what I do is I do 3 of them per profile, and then I just close the tab. It goes right back to the extension, and I just come in here and I say how many posts I commented on, how many posts I reacted to, and I click on the Save Updates button. I load the next one, do the same thing. That's how it works. Now what you can also see here, I have how many times I commented on, visits, and I can also go in here and I can click on places to see what posts she mentioned me in. And then I can sort with all these different fields that are up here, right? I can come in here and I can sort on any of these fields. If I click on this, let's say I want to sort by the number of mentions. Do you see the list by mentions, right? So it's sorted by mentions right here. You see the number of times. So this means people that they mentioned me in a comment on Facebook. So how many times that they mentioned me in a Facebook comment. You can sort by how many Facebook posts that they have posted in groups. So then now you see it by Facebook post. Now in this case I'm not sure why we're seeing 0 here, but this should be a number. It's probably because I have other filters in here. You can sort by anything that's here, right? Any of these things you can sort by the number of visits that you've went to, the number of comments, the number of reactions, whether they're a friend or not. And you can even do things like add columns or edit columns. You go in here, click on the columns, and any of the columns you can decide to show or hide, right? So if I want to show the city, it's there. If I want to hide, I'm not showing the birthday. Let's say I show the birthday. I show what else? The gender is showing. The bio is not showing. The relationship. If I had an email, if I had a city, let's say I show the city. The country is showing. Let's apply the columns now. And so now we have all the columns that we added. They're all there. Like if I actually, we need to, I could, you see right here, there's somebody who, oops, if I go this way, you see Las Vegas, right? Some of them have cities, Hopewell right here. They don't all have it because it depends on whether the data was scraped or not. But I can do a sort by, say, the current city. All right, so now we have the cities. It's sorted in reverse order, so we can see the cities right here of all the different people that have a city. So if I wanted to, I could actually filter things. So this is the other thing you can do. You can also filter your list. So say, for example, I want to show only people that are in, I guess there's York, Pennsylvania. There's a few of them. I could go for a specific city or maybe a country. Do I have the country in here? Country. I thought we had the country in here. Okay, let's say I wanted to look up just the females or just the males, right? I can do that in the filters. So I can come in here, say I want to create a new filter, and I'm gonna say where gender. I find the gender right here. I say is, and then I say female. Now I save the rule. It doesn't do anything yet, but I can say add a rule. I say I want to say and hidden is not true, so that means it's save rule. So now it says gender is female and hidden is not true. So I'm going to name this. So females. Save the filter name. So now it's got a female's name, and that means that the filter is available for later, because if I didn't save the name and I change the filter, then I lose kind of the ability to go back to that filter without adding it, right? So then I just click on the run filter. There you go. So now we have a list of only female leads, right? So it's basically, as you can see, we have whether some are the temperature. So lead temperature has to do with how many times you've actually engaged with their posts. The more you engage with their posts, the temperature goes from cold to warm to hot, right? So you see some of these are warm, some of these are hot. Some have none because either I never visited them or, well, actually that's what it would be. Yeah, see, this column right here is the last time I visited. The last time I visited. If you mouse over it, it tells you what that is. It says how long ago did you last visit this profile. I guess there's a missing S there. But yeah, so right here says not yet, right? Not yet. This one is 2 years, over 2 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. But some of them are, you know, I guess in this list there might be just based on the sorting. But yeah, so that's kind of what the tool lets you do in terms of what the tool gives you in terms of data, in terms of so things like that. But there's lots of other features. Like for example, I can come in here and I can say just give me ClickFunnels, and that'll give me the list of people that, well, because I have this filter, it'll give me the women that are in this, that posted in that group only, right? The other thing is you can actually specify a scrape. So each day it runs a scrape, and you can specify that specific scrape, which means you'll get only the comments and posts of that specific day that it did the scan. That's what Active Group Users lets you do in terms of features of the tool, but what does it give you is freedom of time. You can literally spend 30 minutes a day on Facebook and do enough engagement to make a difference because you're in control of who you're engaging with. Normally what I do is I have a filter here. I can select the filter. I created a bunch of filters. So my filter that I normally use is 6 days not hidden. So that means because you can hide a contact. Say for example, I look at this contact here and I go visit their profile and I don't like what I see, or it's a bad profile. Maybe it's, you know, a bad link now, the profile's gone, or maybe they deleted their account. If I don't like the post, the profile, I would actually go back into here and I would click on the hide contact right there. So now this is a hidden profile which won't show up in the list unless I don't have the hidden is not true. If I were to reload the page now, this one would not show anymore. Now I'm not going to do that because this looks like a good profile, so I'm going to unhide it. But that's what hidden means. So that's when I click the filter here, I select my 6 days not hidden, I load this filter and run. So now it loads that filter based on what I chose, and this is what I use pretty much every day. I sort by visited here. So then I sort by visited, and I go in here and I look at people that I have not visited at least 6 days ago. So I'm going to go and click on these and visit their profile, right? I'm going to click on it, visit their profile, and then update how many comments I posted. And then after that, I have done my day. It takes me like literally 30 minutes to go through. Actually, I used to do 20. Now I do 5, but I also engage in the feed because the tool also tracks the engagements I do outside the tool. But the day later, next day, it'll go to Facebook and figure out what else you did that you didn't record in the tool. But this lets me see how many visits over here, right? How many comments, how many visits I have done on these particular profiles, and it lets me decide. I'm going to go visit this warm lead to warm them up, right, and make them a hot lead so that then I can message them and they will know pretty much who I am, and they'll at least probably look at my post or my message I send them and reply, and we'll probably have a conversation. Versus randomly engaging people on Facebook, you don't get those kinds of the results, right? You might send 20 friend requests and personal messages every day, but you'll get maybe 1 or 2 to reply, right? And they still don't know who you are, so they're probably replying because they have something to sell, right? And you're not really going to get the kinds of results that you would want by the random thing. With control of using this tool here and choosing who you're engaging with, you're in control that you don't revisit Joy here every single day necessarily. You might visit only, like in my case, I do 6 days, and I visit their profile and I don't revisit the same people every day. I don't let Facebook decide for me. I'm in control. So you can be in control too, and that's what Active Group Users gives you.